I can save and upload it later. Abbott, there's loopholes around everything, man. All right, so let me know if the stream gets better. I stopped on YouTube. I was doing this and YouTube at the same time, but I stopped on YouTube. So y'all let me know if it gets better. I'm pretty sure my daughters are using their tablets right now, so they're probably messing up the vibe, right? Can y'all believe this is the modified squat bender? You put your hands on your thighs like that. There we go. Modified squat bender. That's a modified squat bender we got. Okay, cool. I'm glad. Thank you, Abbott. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's because I was trying to stream on this and on YouTube at the same time. I hate it because it's like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, man. Now this one here, the modified windmill, I knew what this one was. I remember teaching some trainees this at one point in time. I remember what this one was, so this is all good. Modified windmill is gonna be what, 2 L's? Yep. Okay, too easy. So we're knocking this out a lot faster than I did last time. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep going past modified forward lunge. Modified forward lunge ain't nothing but the same thing as the modified rear lunge. It's the same thing. I'm gonna take this modified forward lunge. It says rear lunge, but it's really forward. Modified bend and reach. Too easy. I hate this design ideas that keeps coming up on the right hand side. I bet there's a way to take that out of there. Okay. So now, check it out what we got so far. We got the modified bend and reach, modified rear lunge, which I'm going to take this, duplicate it, and I'm going to move it down to the bottom because this is the same thing as the forward lunge. Put it right here first. Let's go down. Ain't there a way to freaking move it down? Add section. Zoom, new comment. Just want to scoot it down. Put it underneath. There we go. Modified rear lunge. We're going to call this the forward lunge because it's the exact same thing. What's going on, malicious? Glad you came over, man. JC Levi, you see me up in here, bruh. Trying to hook up some trainees with some good information here, man. Of course, we know. Let's see. Forward lunge, we got the prone row. So you got 2 different ones. This is the starting position. Go up like that. Okay. Modified real quick. Scoot this on. Bring this on. Hope everything is good with you, JC Levi. Appreciate you stopping through, man. Taking some time. Dang, how can scoot this on like this? Take some time while I'm off work to do some work. You know how it is as an NCO, man. Rear lunge is walking backwards, basically. That's all it is. That's all it is, Abbott. Prone row. Let's take this off of here. I'm gonna put this up here. Start position. I bet this is not gonna be up here very good. I'm gonna put this like this. Starting position. And then I'm gonna put prone row using the arms. Do they have one without the arms? Nope, they just have it using the arms. Okay. Let me take this. Nope, not that. Dang it. Okay. Again. Let me see. Yes, here we go. Let me take this and move this all the way down. Let me make this a little bit smaller here. It's that training manual copyright protected. The training manual copyright protected. So check this out. All right. As far as the training manual being copyright protected, Marco Suavito, because we know or already know what's going on. By the way, this is a website. This is a website that's already published. It's already put out there, and I'm not using it. I'm not claiming it myself. All I'm doing is making a PowerPoint for trainees to use. See, Marco Suavito, now you got me thinking. Now you got me thinking some crazy stuff, man. Using arms, right? Okay, there we go. Now you got me thinking some crazy stuff, Marco Suavito. All right, here we go. Did I spell the prone row wrong? Prone. Here we go. Okay. I know, right? He said I'm gonna be streaming on MySpace only. It's crazy, man. You really gotta be careful about what you do, man. And you really got me thinking, Marco Suavito. Marco. So this is, what's the difference between these two? With the head elevated. There's one with the head elevated and one with the head on the ground. Okay. Okay, head elevated. Head on the ground. Arms arms at 45. Is there a... On my phone, I know how to do it. I don't know how to find the degrees. We'll just leave that like that. They'll be all right with that. This is all the info you can get from the Public Health Commission. Don't worry about it. Avid is crazy, man. I got a copy of it so I can confirm saying it. Yeah. Okay. Yep, I'm tracking saying. I know, like, it's out in the public. It's already out for the public, so I don't know. But still, I don't know, man. It does kind of make me think, like, I don't know, man. It's probably something I should think about. Marco Salvito's making a point, man. He's making a good point. I ain't gonna lie. I just wanted to stream, man. I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to do something, man. And this next one is gonna be... So going back to modified body twist, we got this one. And we have to put a... that. Should we go back up here? Head on the ground. So this one is the head elevated. Arms at 90 degrees. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna take this one. And anyway, y'all, so when it comes to that, like, copyright type of stuff, Twitch is a lot different from YouTube. If I would have streamed, Family Feud, the show on Twitch, I wouldn't have got in trouble, man. I wouldn't have gotten in no trouble. But instead, I was streaming on YouTube, and that's where I got in trouble. I was streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I didn't get nothing from Twitch. I just got it from YouTube only. So that's the thing that made me mad, man. Back here. So now we got the modified push-up, right? The starting position is the same as the prone row. Modified push-up. I'm gonna just take this because this right here is the same thing. Modified push-up variation, assuming the 6-point stance. This is showing the 6-point stance right here, so there's no need to put starting position up there, right? Can we all agree? I think we can all agree on that, right? So his feet are cut off in the picture anyway, so that's good. That's good like that. Okay. If you're really worried, you could take the photos of yourself. You could take photos of yourself instead. Abbott, you're absolutely right about that. I could. You're absolutely right. See, but check this out. So in the video, like right here, it says it's from FM 7-22. So it doesn't say that I created this. All these websites and stuff is up here. I know y'all can see this back here in my background. So I would think it would be okay. I think it'll be all right. With Twitch, you can make appeals to bans. You can do this. You can't make an appeal saying to bans on YouTube that I know of, but you can make an appeal to them saying that you're copywriting a video. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, just is what it is. So let's go over what FM 7-22. This ain't my stuff, y'all. This is FM 7-22. ArmyPRT.com. The modified exercises for the trainees to do the preparation drill, right? This is the first 10 exercises that we do every day before we conduct any exercises at all. We always do these exercises first. So you got the modified bend and reach, which is different because normally when you bend, you're squatting down and you're putting your arms straight out in front of you. Modified rear lunge right here, they're just not taking an exaggerated step to the rear. They're making sure they're squatting down a little bit more. The modified high jumper, On count three here, you see how he's not lifting his feet up off the ground? He's just swinging his arms up and he's staying on the ground. That's low. It's for low impact. That's what the point of that is. Right here, you got the modified rower. There's 2 of these because you have one with the limited range of movement. This is if they can't do enough movement, they'll keep their hands on their thighs laying on the ground. The next one, they'll actually do it, but with no arms. And the trick to this is, for people like me who can't do sit-ups right here in count 1 with my feet flat on the ground like that, I can't do sit-ups like that. So you start out in the starting position like this. While you're sitting up, you bring your feet towards your butt and you have your feet flat on the ground like that. And you can do it with no hands like that. Next one we have is the squat bender right here. The squat bender is the same thing as the, what did I freaking say? The bend and reach. So let me retract. As you were, the bend and reach, count 1. The starting position for the bend and reach is actually the straddle stance with your hands up above your head. So instead of having your hands on your hips like that, let me make sure too, because that doesn't look right. Modified bend and reach. Right here, straddle stance with your hands on your hips. Okay. So instead of starting with your hands up above your head, you go down. You have your hands on your hips and you go down like that. Count 1, count 2, count 3, you repeat count 1, count 4, go back to the starting position, sound off the number of repetitions complete. Alright? So where did we leave off? The squat bender, right? Squat bender, instead of squatting and putting your hands out in front of you, you're squatting and putting your hands on your thighs. That's count 1. Count 2, return to the starting position. Count 3, repeat count 1. Count 4, return to the starting position, sound off the numbers of repetitions complete. So the next exercise we have is the windmill. Instead of rotating your trunk, right? Instead of rotating your trunk so that your hand touches your left foot first, your right hand touches your left foot first, you're rotating so that your right hand goes in. He has his right hand in front first. So he must be showing that he's doing, this must be the instructor. Because he's doing it to where his right hand goes forward first and then his left hand goes forward first. You should always do your left first, right? Yep. Forward lunge, same thing as the rear lunge. Next one is going to be the prone row. You got your starting position, which is the 6-point stance. Actually, this is dumb because right here it says the starting position right here. So I'm just going to take this out of here. I'm going to take that out of there because it's showing you getting in the 6-point stance and then going down in the starting position like this. This is the prone row. 1, 2, 3. Putting your hands over. You got your left hand over your right hand. You're lifting up at the waist, going back down, back up the waist and going back down. Okay, too easy. Saying you absolutely right. You notice that same thing you got to do when you're an assistant instructor. I didn't mind doing the AIT portion of PRT or actually being the you got your assistant instructor and I didn't mind being the primary instructor at all, man. Saying says he stands a parade and rest. Says yes, drill sergeant. Alright, so next exercise. Modified bent leg body twist. You have your head on the ground, your arms at the 45-degree angle, right? This is how you do it here. So then you have the other one. Your head elevated, your arms at a 90-degree angle. I hope I said 45-degree angle on this one. 90-degree angle on this one. All right, arms straight out to your sides, feet flat, cross your feet over. Y'all, I'm so glad I took the time to make this because I've been promising the trainees that I'm going to do this. And the modified push-up, you start in the 6-point stance right here. You're pushing up. Just keeping your knees on the ground. You're going to have a generally straight line from your shoulders all the way down to your knees. Head looking straight forward. And then you go back down. Starting position. Actually, the starting position is the up position. Count 1 is down. Count 2, that's weird. 1, 2, 3. Not really. I guess it's about, that's right. Okay. Cool. So, Sang says, I can't remember the AI part word for word, and I summarized with my own words. So saying when you go to the United States Army Drill Sergeant Academy, he said it. As far as I know, they allowed us to basically, they didn't say we had to say stuff word for word as the assistant instructor. They were telling us that basically all we had to do was make sure that we kept talking and making corrections. Talk and make corrections. Talk and make corrections. You're not just going to walk around not saying anything. All you got to do is, what I always did was tell them the starting position, and I would explain in my own words what you do. Count 1, count 2, and for the most part, count 3 is always repeat count 1. Count 4 is always repeat count 2, and then sound off with the number of repetition complete. Always like that, basically, for the most part. And just go around and correct them. If you're correcting them, you're basically telling them what they're doing. Make sure your hands, when you're doing the push-up, make sure your hands are directly beneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers so that the middle finger's pointed straight to the front. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, as long as I know, when I win, as long as you talk, you just don't walk around and not say anything. You should be good to go, man. If you find yourself looking for ideas, modified exercises, look up the Hybrid Calisthenics channel on YouTube. Abbott, that would be cool, but so this Abbott, that stuff would be okay for the fitness training unit. That being said, regular, active duty, National Guard outside of basic training, or the National Guard and Reserve, they might even allow you to do this kind of stuff. But active duty, I don't think, anybody would allow you to. It just kind of depends, man. It kind of depends. I would think if you had like a butcher board or something, some kind of board up, and you say what you're doing for the day, make sure you have your risk assessment and stuff like that. But you have to have it labeled what you're doing for the day, because somebody high rank could come up and see y'all are not doing the normal PRT exercises for the Army, and then they're gonna be like, what the heck are you guys doing? But if you have a board or something right there, then that'll be too easy. FTU, it would be absolutely fine for us to say, okay, look, we're gonna do some hybrid calisthenics. Got this stuff off this video off of YouTube right here. As long as we know what we're talking about and can kind of explain it, it's fine. We always modify. FTU is a modified training environment, so we can always modify whatever we want to do at FTU. It's not a problem at all. Sang said at least for first platoon, they wanted word for word, but when I go back, I should be third. Okay, that's crazy, man. And it's always weird at the academy, because your different platoons will do things different. Your different drill sergeant leaders, my drill sergeant leader and my platoon might be totally different from your drill sergeant leader and your platoon. It just freaking depends, man. It just depends. So I don't know. Of course, when I went, I think 4th platoon, I think that was Black Sheep, because I was 3rd platoon. We were Bulldogs, 3rd platoon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. 4th platoon was Black Sheep. That was the freaking platoon you did not want to be in. Just like it says, Black Sheep, like the black sheep of the company. Like that's, I don't know, that's something in itself you can already know. You should already know by the description, right? But then they started bringing other platoons after that, and I think those other platoons were almost the same as 4th platoon. So, Sang says, I know the reserves. Most units are still doing PRT from before Global War on Terrorism, but they're starting to do actual PRT. That's crazy. So, Saying, you're talking about this stuff like our prep drills we didn't have when I first came in the Army. I remember us doing the neck and shoulder rotation, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're doing that with our neck, the arm and shoulder rotation. You remember doing stuff like that? The hip rotation. I don't know if you remember that stuff or not, man. I think we had I can't remember, the knees and ankle rotation, stuff like that. So yeah. But I remember doing stuff like that. And I remember when I was in basic and they just started to incorporate the hip stability drill, but the names weren't the same as the names that we have them now. I remember there was one being like called the Blaster and some other crazy names, man. They started incorporating the hip stability drill. And I don't remember them even calling it hip stability drill, but I just remember the names were different from what they're calling right now. So, but yeah. All right, man. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to get up here and do this since I had to make this for like I said, I promised the trainees that I was going to make this for them. I'm glad that I got it done. And I'm multitasking right now. I'm doing something that I would be doing for work, but I'm knocking out one of my favorite things to do at the same time also. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Did y'all enjoy this stream so far, man? And just chatting and stuff like that? He said my son does all this in his gym and taekwondo classes. I got you, Avid. I got you. Appreciate you saying. What I'm gonna do next time, I'm gonna see if I can download this video. I might do editing to it, and I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. And thank you. I appreciate you too, man. He said with other chatting with other adults. Probably means with other adults. But I'm gonna see if I can somehow download this video on Twitch, and I'm gonna upload it to. I think next time I'm gonna try to upload just Drill Sergeant Lynch on YouTube. What I'm gonna do is do something else next time. We got because we prep drill, call it preparation drill. So I can do the. I really want. This is stuff that we can do with the trainees. This stuff, man. I got it. It's freaking awesome. I love it, man. Bicep curls, tricep extensions, all this stuff is cool, man. This is strength training machine. So this is one thing that we are authorized to use. We're actually authorized to use the allowed to use this. There's the low back, shoulders, and the head are firmly against the back. Maintain natural arch. And see, this is stuff that we don't normally do. We don't normally take our whole platoon to the gym. Stuff like this. You would need multiple NCOs to help out with this kind of stuff. I don't know. What I would love to do, once I become a sergeant first class, conduct with all of my NCOs, E5s and E6s, using this stuff. All 12. And just have like a round robin. You know what I'm saying? Round robin. And we can rotate out our soldiers through this stuff, section at a time or something. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, like I said, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I appreciate me. I hope y'all have a good evening. I just want to get up. All of this stuff that we just did, PRT.com. It's coming right out of Field Manual 7-22. And this is the Special Conditioning Program. All of the modified